Welcome to the Art of Driving presented by Apollo Tyres. In our last video, we explained the significance of weight transfer and what it does to a car. And in this video, we'll tell you how to use it further to your advantage.
As explained in the last episode, a car with a lower center of gravity will transfer less weight. But there are other factors that control weight transfer as well, like the suspension. The stiffer the suspension, the better the weight transfer can be controlled. But that can hurt ride quality too. So there has to be a balance. A car with a higher center of gravity or with a soft suspension will result in higher weight transfer. This is why SUVs are so prone to rolling. Their center of gravity is high and a sudden change in acceleration or direction leads to excessive weight transfer. But let's see how to minimize it and even use it to your advantage.
In essence, the key is to drive smoothly with no sudden inputs to the steering, brakes or the accelerator. This controls the overall weight transfer and keeps the car better balanced, which in turn optimizes the grip on all four tires. It is not always possible to drive smooth with progressive inputs. So let's see the effect of weight transfer under acceleration and how you could benefit from it.
If your car is a rear-wheel drive and you want to accelerate quickly from standstill, weight transfer to the rear plays to your advantage. As with more weight or load on the rear tires, you get more grip and traction and the wheel spin is reduced. However, in a front-wheel drive car, you are more likely to get wheel spin as the front wheels will go light, so it's better to be really smooth with the accelerator. Rear weight transfer can also be used to your advantage when you are in a front-wheel drive car and you feel the car oversteering, which is caused by the lack of traction at the rear wheels. In this scenario, if you accelerate and oversteer is kicking in, the resulting rear weight transfer will increase the available grip to the rear wheels and help you control the car. However, this won't work if you are in a rear-wheel drive car, since this will give the rear wheels better traction at the expense of the front wheels, which, as they are not powered and hence with little traction, could lead to a loss of steering control. The biggest disadvantage of rear weight transfer is that it can induce understeer. Understeer results from a lack of traction at the front wheels, especially if you approach a corner too quickly and if you're accelerating into a corner. The levels of grip at the front wheels will be reduced due to the rear weight transfer and be more prone to continuing in a straight line despite your steering inputs. Which brings us to how weight transfer under braking will help you.
It's now time to talk about forward weight transfer. It can be used to prevent understeer.
Imagine that you're hurtling towards a corner and twist the steering, but to your horror, the car continues to plow straight on. At this point, if you ease off the accelerator, it will result in less weight being transferred at the rear wheel and more weight balance being restored to the front wheels. A forward weight transfer. This will increase the available grip at the front tires. However, if you're already off the gas and it still does not correct your course, then a light touch on the brakes will help transfer more weight to the front end and bring you back on track.
The flip side of forward weight transfer is that braking hard in a corner can push too much weight to the front, leaving little grip at the rear and cause the car to oversteer.
Brake aggressively and you will find the rear wheels lock up first, assuming your car is not equipped with anti-lock brakes. This is the reason almost all cars have smaller brakes at the rear. Still, the rear wheels are still the most likely to lock when using the brakes aggressively, and that's why you should avoid braking hard mid-corner. It leaves less grip at the rear as explained, and if you're turning at this point, it's sure to unsettle the car. Always brake before turn in, restore balance, turn in and accelerate out of the apex using weight transfer to your advantage.
Now when you're cornering and steering in a progressive manner, then the weight transfer to the outside of the wheels is also progressive and can be used to take a corner faster. But if you make sharper turn-ins and are more aggressive with braking and accelerating, then the weight transfer is too sudden, leaving the car more unsettled. Well, the lesson to be learned with the essence of using weight transfer to your advantage is to drive smoothly. If you've ever seen a top rally driver in full flight, you would have seen how graceful it looked. No sudden acceleration or braking or no sudden steering inputs, as all of this causes sudden changes. In order to be a good driver, you need to drive in a clean and an even-paced manner. Keep watching The Art of Driving for more tips like this.